I can hear you, Alfred.
Yes. There's a quick intervention that you're saying specific about where you are buying the gold from, gold board. Where are you buying the gold from?
Yeah, Alfred, thank you, and a very good morning to your esteemed panelists and your cherished viewers across the world. My attention has been drawn to a false statement that one of your panelists, specifically Mr. Kofi Bentil, has made about the sources of gold purchases of the Ghana Gold Board. I understand that he stated categorically that about 85% of small-scale miners in the country are Galamseyers, and therefore 85% of the gold being purchased by Gold Board by inference is coming from Galamseyers. I want to put on record that that statement is totally false. Mr. Bentil should not be allowed to get away with such falsehood on a very important platform such as Key Points on TV3. For the records, Gold Board is a creature of law. The Ghana Gold Board was established under Act 1140 passed by Parliament in 2025. That law provides for how and where Gold Board must buy gold. And if you read it, you will find out that Gold Board by law is mandated to only buy gold from licensed miners. We buy gold, and Mr. Kenashibe, who is the head of the Chamber of Mines, will attest to you that there are about 7 large-scale mining companies in Ghana that Gold Board currently buys 20% of their gold. I'm talking about large-scale mining companies. And we buy this gold to shore up our gold reserves. Number 2, when it comes to small-scale miners, the law requires the Gold Board to buy gold or the gold produced by licensed small-scale miners. Now, there are over 2,000 licensed small-scale miners in the country. And that is the primary source of all small-scale gold purchases of the Gold Board. So the Gold Board, by law and by policy, does not deal with illegal miners. We deal with licensed small-scale miners through the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners and the Concerned Small-Scale Miners Association. Now, this is a novelty. This has never happened in the history of Ghana, because since Ghana started producing gold, there has not been any legal and institutional framework that ensures that gold is purchased from licensed miners. So hitherto, you have individual licensees of the PMMC and or the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources buying gold from everybody, irrespective of the source. Then came 2022, when Kofi Bentil's friend, his political mentor, Bawumia, introduced the gold for oil and gold for forex program. I didn't hear Kofi Bentil ask Bawumia and the Bank of Ghana then where they were buying gold from for their gold for oil and gold for forex program. When we decided as a government and as a nation to go into gold purchases, created that legal and institutional framework that mandates us to only buy from licensed miners. Now, to enforce this legal injunction, the president has directed us to do what is provided for under Section 31F of the Gold Board Law, which is to establish a full value chain track and trace system. And the process has started, and we have already given timelines that by first quarter of next year, we will have a track and trace system, which has never happened since Ghana became Ghana. And this system will allow us to trace every gram of gold produced in Ghana and purchased by the Gold Board to its origin mine. So Kofi Bentil lied on your show when he said that the Gold Board gets 85% of its gold from illegal miners. It is not true.
So when
we get our gold from the over 2,000 licensed miners in Ghana.
Right.
Now,
when you make the point,
let me explain something to you, Alfred.
Quickly.
We, as a corporate entity, do not buy gold directly. We buy it from private licensees, like it pertains in the Kuku area.
Right.
So it is possible that a private licensee of the gold board, licensed buying agent of the gold board, despite the legal requirements of them buying from only licensed small-scale miners, it is possible that you may get some of them breaching this legal provision. That is why we are introducing the track and trace system the president has been talking about, so that we can fish them out, we can segregate the gold, and we can ensure total compliance with this. So you shouldn't sit there and talk about things he doesn't know. Where did he get that figure 85% from?
Okay, so since you said your attention was drawn to it, a couple of things. I then would assume that you weren't watching at the time. When he made that statement, yes, I raised queries about that. But then you make a point about you don't buy gold directly from the miners, and that there is a possibility that the licensed gold buyers that you engage would breach the law that mandates that Gold Board buys the gold from only licensed small-scale miners. There's that possibility that they may have bought from illegal small-scale miners that you are not directly aware of and you are not directly engaging. So that's a challenge. So,
my brother, are you aware of any perfect system anywhere in the world? You cannot have a perfect system anywhere in the world. We are saying that, first of all, understand how gold is bought.
Yeah.
Gold is bought in buying offices in district capitals and regional capitals and various towns across the country. Gold is not bought from mining sites. Okay? So, when an individual buyer is sitting in his office in Koforidua and somebody brings nuggets of gold or gold in the form of a powder, that individual Ghanaian may not have the technology to detect whether that seller is a licensed miner or not. And it is the responsibility of government to put in place the systems that will ensure that that buyer is able to trace the source of that gold. I am saying that Kofi Bentil's friends were in power for 8 years. They started gold purchases under gold for oil and gold for forest. They did not introduce any such system.
Okay.
We, in less than 9 months, are introducing that system that will allow these individual licensed buyers of the gold board buying gold for us to be able to detect the sources of the gold and us.
So the traceability is what you are introducing.
Any objective person, Alfred, will comment. And you will not come and say they're throwing figures around.
So the traceability...
85% of small-scale miners are guaranteed. What is the source of that data?
So the traceability is what you are putting